Hi, Assalamu alaikum. This is your English teacher, Noor Uzma. We are going to discuss participle adjectives today. Are you ready? Well, do you know that participle adjectives are also called psychological adjectives? Why so? Because these adjectives come from the verbs that are related to the emotions. And some common examples are frustrate, disgust, excite, bore, and surprise. Do you remember some others? Uh-huh. Let's talk about an example. There is a sentence that the computer frustrates her. We can say that the computer is frustrating because it is causing frustration. Because the computer causes the emotion of frustration. And she is frustrated because she is the receiver of that very emotion by the computer. That's why she feels the emotion. You got the idea? Let's discuss with some other examples with more details. Let me tell you one thing more. We use adjectives which end with ing to talk about a person or a thing that gives us the feelings. It means how a situation appears to somebody or something, or we can say that it simply describes a person or a situation. How? Just wait and see. Here are certain examples like this program was boring, the book was exciting, the exhibition was fascinating, the film was boring, the discussion was exciting, the accident was surprising, the exam results were very confusing for the students. You see, these all boring, exciting, fascinating, boring, exciting, surprising, confusing, these all words are just describing these very nouns. Program, book, exhibition, film. What kind of program was that? Boring. What kind of book was that? Exciting. What kind of exhibition was that? Fascinating. And you know very well that adjectives duty is to describe any noun. Got it? Now, wait for another example. Well, before I should give you some more examples, let me discuss ed adjectives too. Where do we use them? We use adjectives which end with ed to express people's feelings, emotion, moods. I told you in the class too. It's okay. Let us discuss certain examples. You can see that how the subject or the doer of the sentence is being affected by the emotion. Look, I'm so tired that I want to sleep. We were ashamed by his sayings. He is interested in playing tennis. I was exhausted. We were excited for Christmas party. Well, let me repeat my words. We usually use ed for people and ing for things or situations. Isn't it? Yes. So generally, things or situations are the causer of an emotion and people are the receivers because they feel the emotion. That movie was so boring, everybody in the room was bored. Movie is the causer of creating boredom emotion and everybody felt that emotion. Everybody in the room was the receiver of the boredom. Is it so? But there is another side of the story too. The people can also be the causer of emotion. Yes, believe me. Just as is, look at the examples. My sister is so irritating sometimes. My younger brother is so annoying. My students are so irritating. Okay, my mother is incredibly interesting woman. So people can also create some emotion. It is not the responsibility of only the non-living things. Even living beings are also the cause of creating some bad or good emotion in our minds. Got it? Here are certain examples of ing and ed adjectives, you have to pause that video, read them, and see how ing and ed adjectives are working. I'm going to give you some example with sentence too. Let's wait for the other slide. And here I'm going to give you a certain example with sentence. Look at the first word, that is alarming. What an alarming noise. What an alarming noise. And look at the second sentence, alarmed. I was alarmed by the loud bang. Over here, I is a living being that can have feelings and emotion. That's why we use ed adjective with it. And over here, noise is in you can say non-living thing. That's why alarming is used to describe noise, right? You can say amusing and amused too. That TV program is really amusing, and he was amused to hear his little son singing in the bath. So in the same way, you have to go for reading the rest of the sentence, and the concept will be candidly clear to everybody's mind. And at the end, I must say, my students, that your limitation, it's only your imagination, and you know it very well, that imagination doesn't have any limits. So push yourself, because no one else is going to do it for you. You are responsible to give a great push to yourself. That was all about my lecture today. Thank you very much. Inshallah, we'll meet in another lesson, in another class, with another topic. Thank you. Allah Hafiz.